NBA 2K26. They're talking about NBA 2K26 dropping soon. It says sneak peek at some new features. And expect more. So let's watch this, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if y'all ready for NBA 2K26. But yeah, let's see.
We are going to be here live to take you through the new features and improvements that are coming up in this year's game. And that means that you can watch these first few Road to 2K on our next Road to 2K26 streams, and we do have a bunch coming up, which we're going to get to in just a second. This cover, including someone who is going to be
they snapped on these two covers right here. I love these. So Angel Reese
joining us
she's clean in
very
that.
shortly, that you might be able to guess who I'm talking about, but he will be here in just a second. But maybe the pre-orders, it can fuel.
Excited to hear about it, share it with you
Stacks
guys
is
as well.
back.
Screen. And that is an overall theme, so you're going to feel it across shot outcomes, blocks, steals, loose balls, rebounds, and more across just how gameplay feels this year. Now, Stacks, I know we can't leave the community here with a broad theme and no details, so there are a couple things that we can say today, so listen closely. The first one, higher difficulties are going to play with greener miss jump shot timing. Now, when we say higher difficulties, that includes most competitive multiplayer modes that many of you all play. So in those modes, you're not going to see early or late releases going in on those difficulties, which I think is a very welcome news to many of you.
Not gonna lie, that's a W. That's a W.
Second thing, the shot meters and the dunk meters are both going to show you your green windows in 2K26. That was a point of feedback that came up a lot, and even as the year went on, I kept seeing that many weren't getting used to the new 2K25 shot meters, especially slashers. I gave that feedback a lot. So in 2K26, the meters are going to have the green windows again. One more thing here. Layup timing is going to be permanently enabled in multiplayer mode. That means you're not going to be seeing real player percentage layups go over you anymore. With someone that's just tapping a button. All the layups need to be timed in those modes.
Wait.
But those of you who are newer to the game, we do want to clarify that
I shot stuck
you
at timing
shouldn't think
layups.
that you aren't going to be able to make a layup anymore. Because this is not meant to make it really hard for you to make your open layups, but rather to separate the really good finishers from the weaker ones, and definitely to make sure that there's more skill involved. So, those are the three things that we have to share for gameplay for now. Greener miss shot timing, green windows on the shot meter and dunk meter, and layup timing being enabled. So, hopefully, those are all good news to you. I see the chat is happy, it seems. It seems like they are. And there is a lot more that we will be sharing later when we do our full gameplay breakdown. But for now, you'll have to be patient, and the details will come here before you know it.
Yeah, and those all sound like things that, throughout the year, the community was talking about, and, changes that they wanted to see be made. So it's good that we're finally getting those things in 2K26. With that being said, just a reminder for you guys, too, the full gameplay reveal will be the week of July 28th. All right, so keep that in mind. This was just a small sneak peek. The week of July 28th, more gameplay details will be out.
Oh, no.
Exactly. Also, one last thing. By the way, Mike is not going to be answering questions today. I know you all love hearing from him, but he is a very, very busy guy right now. He and his whole team to do that anymore. You will be able to see the body types before you are done with your build. And that is just one example of some of the improvements to the builder, some of the quality of life upgrades that we're going to talk about more later in the summer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So another one that I
like
see
Evan,
here,
he's cool.
staying on the topic of the My Player Builder, is fresh playstyles year round. Okay, well, let's talk about that a little bit. Fresh playstyles.
Yeah, so of all the feedback this year, it has been consistent that many people in the community love cap breakers, right? In case you weren't locked into 2K25, you don't know what that is. What cap breakers do is they allow you to improve your build even after you finish making
cap breakers is cool.
So you can make the attributes even better, and then that unlocks the badges and animations, and then your build continues to stay fresh. So today, we can confirm that cap breakers will be back in 2K26.
Damn, y'all like cap breakers?
There will also be
Let me know down below.
ways to improve your build
Let me know in chat.
and earn those cap breakers that we're going to talk about soon. The other thing that I saw a lot of positive feedback on this year was the takeover system, where you have 5 levels that heat up automatically.
I don't like that takeover system.
And then a takeover
I don't like
ability at
that.
level 5. that system at its core is back,
I don't like the new
but it is more
takeover.
in depth now. There are some new mechanics, and the progression is also streamlined. So
They need to stop
unlocking
adding
takeovers
shit.
and the pure amount of takeovers and
I don't
special
like when
abilities
shit
or
gets
takeover
added.
abilities, that is
What's
not
this
going
say?
to be as intimidating anymore in 2K26. So we're going to talk about takeover and cap breaker soon, but
Yeah,
for
it's
now,
way too much.
they are back and they are much improved.
Okay, interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to hear more about those takeovers. But as we keep things moving, I think this right here was something.
I'm excited for what's coming up, though.
Yeah, man. I see this little sneak peek right here for me, just as someone that's a fan.
Tall build or much improved.
Okay, interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to hear
Oh,
more about
God.
those takeovers.
Oh,
But
God.
as we keep things moving, I think this right here
They
was
have
something
everything.
again that the community.
When I went to the
will
headquarters
talk
and they're
about
explaining the
throughout
new game, it was like
life cycle of,
2K23,
any
bro. I was
2K
so
game.
lost. I'm not
And
even
it's
gonna hold you.
my
I was just
player
saying
build
shit, what I wanted
diversity.
added, I wanted out.
Yeah, well,
I don't know what the fuck I was
what we
talking
talking about there?
Yeah, so build diversity is really important, and the dev team has been working hard to ensure that whether you have a short build,
all those
a tall
gamer
build,
2K
or somewhere in
gamers there,
between,
they're all
that
talking
there are
and shit.
ways
I'm
that
like,
you can be effective on the court. So
I just
when
went
we
though,
get
feel
to
me?
the full 2K26
I wanted to have the
builder reveal,
experience and
or
learn.
when some
I
of our
wanted to
creators have
learn.
their
I was there
hands
to
on the
learn,
builder later
literally.
in the summer, you will hopefully notice some of the changes that are striving to hit that goal of build diversity. But that is it for my player for now. There are many more details that we
Right.
go in Triple Threat Park or 2K26, which is what you guys want to know
A
about
party?
when we do get to the full My Team reveal. There's a couple
like
things you
park.
can look forward to us talking about. First, there is a new location for the Triple Threat Park. So the rooftop has been awesome, but we do have a different vibe this year to keep things fresh. There are also new ways to play with or against other people in the park. So you can squad up with your +1, play new formats that I'm not going to spoil today, but I will say I have seen them be requested often by the community. So little hint for
What are they fucking adding, bro? It better not be like a fucking... What the fuck? What do you mean?
if you're playing co-op, and then it's basically like playing park with NBA players. So I even saw
What?
someone last week. They've hit level 40 almost every season in my career, and they posted how they realized that they've also earned a ton of powerful My Team cards at the same time without even knowing it. So because of that,
Oh, I thought like I had
some
like
of
an
My
AI.
Team feedback that we've heard this past year is how King of the Court was only for a few hours on Saturdays. So if you were out of the house, maybe you work on Saturdays, here is a really important mode to us because so many of you love playing in your NBA careers. It makes sense, right? Who doesn't want to make themselves, put them on an NBA team? It's fun. So this year, the dev team has spent time building out a full prelude story that is called Out of Bounds. Title of it? Now, we're not going to spoil how the story goes, of course, but what we can say is that there are now more consequences to the story games and your choices. So, for example, if you've got a game and your goal is to outshine your opponent, but you fail, your agent might not be able to get you the best opportunities because you didn't pass those objectives. So it makes things more interesting and personally based on your performance and how well you fit each team. Or you could also, and the presentation is going to spotlight it to show the hopefully many years of championship by the lack of customization. We think you'll really like this one.
Perfect. And the full My NBA reveal will be the week of August 18. And
Put it on your
lastly,
calendar.
but certainly not least, we have the city. Let's dive in there. See, we got some heat to
Could
talk
we
about.
forget about the city? I see many people in the chat have been asking us to get to this. Hurry up and hurry up. Well, we are going to talk about the city a little bit.
Hope to make it
And
smaller,
I did wanna
bro.
talk
I be
about it
so
first a little bit in general,
lost,
because
bro.
in years past,
I
we've heard
can't
the
even
feedback
find
about
Rec.
how
Rec's right in the
intimidating
front, I
city
think.
was, right? We talked about this before, and 2K25 was a huge step to actioning on that feedback. I personally noticed it right away this past year, and I think much of the community did as well. Now, we
Bro,
want to
just
get you on the
put the
court
city
faster.
in one.
So this year in 2K26,
Thank
without
God.
showing you the city, because we can't do that just yet, how I would describe it is it's even more intimate, it's even more accessible, and you can get wherever you want to go really
Thank
quickly
the
to further
Lord.
build on that big shift last year. So if you've heard the words the
We
city
need to
come
rent
up
out vehicles
before,
on there.
and you thought about that really big map with streets and turns everywhere, that is not how the city is now, and I think
Thank
you're gonna really like the
God.
one in 2K26. But what
Thank
sneak
God,
peeks do
I'ma
we
stop
have
my-
for the community stacks? Because there's a very cool one here.
Yeah. So first up, it says there's even more ways to flex and show off in the city. Tell us what that means, Evan.
Right. Right. So, all of you in the community love to flex. When we get into August, something you can expect to hear about are multiple
joint.
new ways of how we're putting a spotlight on players. And one that we thought we would be cool to talk about today, as an example, that's not too big of a spoiler, is our new mode leaderboards. So, these rank players by the most wins in places like the theater and the rec. And the cool thing is, the top player each day is going to have a big 12-foot statue of their My Player built outside of that mode's building. So if you are the number one player that day, whenever somebody walks in, you are going to be looking down on them, kind of intimidating them. So that is just one example. We can't talk
What?
about the other new additions. There are also new lighting improvements and a fixed time of day. And the benefit of that is that it should reduce the amount of harsh shade and harsh sunlight
Thank
that you may have
God,
noticed in the
bro.
past
That sunlight on the court, you can't even see your player, bro.
when you were playing. Both of those things, I am sure, are very welcome news. I keep seeing those brought up. So, Stacks, I hope the community is happy with them. I see a lot of W's in the chat. That is something that we've been waiting to
Thank
say for a
God.
while, that the scenery in the parks is going to be more natural and more grounded, and the lighting
Thank the
improvements
Lord.
should make the harsh shade and the harsh sunlight a little bit more accessible for you all, less of a bother when you are playing. But Stacks, that is going to do it for our sneak peek. I think the community got some nice we just talked about in case you came in late, didn't see some of it, because we did start a little bit earlier than expected today. So in case you missed any of it, it is all in the blog.
W2K chat. I say it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. Like, it's gonna be lit. Trust. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. We got literally a fire ass motherfucking color. Alexander. Angel Reese. We got this. This hard. This is so tough. Launch, early access season, the city, community content. Community content? What's that? My career. Pro play. Trophy room. Sunset room. Sunset room. Spikes room. House. Play 2K26. Whoever made this, they snapped. This is fire. But if y'all are ready for NBA 2K26, make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all comment down below and comment what build y'all think y'all gonna make. But yeah, tune in.